blows, Master. Strike, stay with me, Arisen. Wait right there. This might contain useful information.
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
More pathetic than begging for your life.
Let me alone, will ye?
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals. Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
'Twould seem the Queen Regent has made significant alterations to the chain of command.
Some might liven up after I'm Imagine for my words.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use... curatives. At least I go knowing I fought to the best of my ability. 'Twill be an honor to serve by your side. Tis a pleasure to meet you. I pray my efforts aid your cause.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Be well, Arisen. I'm not one for tearful goodbyes, but I must admit, I've grown rather fond of you.
Please dispense with the formalities. They exhaust me so.
You look upon me so expectantly. Are we acquainted? Hail, Arisen. Do you remember me, perchance?
This rumour has been troubling me ever since I first caught wind of it. Apparently, there is an illness we pawns can catch beyond the rift that makes us a danger to ourselves and others. Symptoms include an unruly attitude and overconfidence, and in the end, we turn our backs on our mark.
Why, you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening.
Well met, son. How might I be of service? Welcome to Pure, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember. Misers die. Early deaths. Many thanks. I appreciate the bit.
Is your pack slowing you down, Master? Pray, bear in mind that she can only carry so much, but...
Welcome. And quality's what you need if you want to survive. So if we... Pick the price, just remember. Many thanks. I appreciate the business.
This really is fine craftsmanship. Peruse at your neck. Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated... to the foremost hospitality in Alvern. Worth. You know where to find me. Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. You know where to find me.
The goblins, I hope you can reclaim aught from the fiends. 'Twould bring me peace of mind to not...
Oh, someone taught them a lesson at... least.
Well met, sir. Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. Much obliged. Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vern. You know where to find me. The rules are at your
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment.
Welcome to the Star Drop. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Always a pleasure.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here. You will want to hear this. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, It would be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
We have been shot.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Deezer's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen you. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to Your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Deezer demanded Waldar amend the code of Vermont to her own benefit, and many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that Your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for Your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, Your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
I go where fortune whispers.
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Marvelous. You may now change your vocation. What's more, I bear glad tidings. 'Twould seem
That was certainly worthwhile. A job well done. Our efforts have been rewarded. Shall we seek out the young man from the other day? Then follow me. I'll lead the way. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. We're here, Master.
Do you shop often? Hi. Faring well, I hope. Would you care to join me? I'd not say no to a bit of company. I was hoping you'd say that. Do you know, I had a feeling we'd meet here today. Intuition. Say, you're not from round here, are you? Are you a traveler? Have you seen many... How I envy you. This city is all I know. I long to learn more of the outside world, but Mother won't allow it. She's always telling me how dangerous it is beyond the palace walls. But that only makes me question her judgment all the more. After all, if the world truly is so perilous, what of the lives of our people? They must be fraught with uncertainty, subject to harsh conditions. It seems unfair that I alone should be shielded from that reality. But listen to me waffling on. Ah, I almost forgot. Here, I brought more of the money I owe you. I should have the remainder ready by our next meeting. My apologies, friend, but I'd best be going. I mustn't let Mother find out I left the palace. Thank you for indulging me. I do hope we'll see each other anon. Till then, farewell.
Shall we pay Miss Daphne another visit? I find myself wondering how the young lass fares. If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
I ought to have enough for a few pinches of spices.
Sets my thoughts down dark paths.
Here we are.
What to do? What? Hoy, Arisen! Say, have you heard about the state of the river? Do you know the river close by the church? Well, it's come to be full of muck and filth and all sorts.
That's a problem for the church, as it draws from the river to make holy water. The water's so filthy that it's going to take twice the amount of gold ore to purify it. I was thinking you could help the priests by finding some gold ore. After all, it wouldn't be good for anyone if the church ran out of holy water.
I was hoping you'd say that. Thanks ever so much. I'll help too. I'll look for gold ore every place I can think of.
Now we seek gold ore. Though 'tis sold in shops, mining some ourselves might prove the better choice. I quite agree. Pawns aren't permitted entry to the palace, but I would see you to the entrance if I may.
Haste makes waste, as they say.
Living's hard, but wins always.
The rules at your neck.
Time to hit the sack.
I've walked home and I know how to spend.
Can't wait for the new equipment to come in. Would that all my days were so tranquil.
Sometimes this is the only place I can find peace.
Not sure how much longer I can hold out.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Not much going on.
Fair winds coming. What was it I had planned for tomorrow?
How are we to fight with such water in it now? A fine place to sit and gather one's. Such quietude is a blessing. Won't someone do aught about this?
Forgive me, but I cannot guide you from here. If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
What's your problem? Concerning.
Sure why I'm patrolling, if I'm honest.
Like it or not, I must go where duty calls me.
This is quite a quandary. Stop the that. I mislike the look of this.
What you waiting? You're going to regret.
Do we truly need to continue this battle? You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a moment. I grant you lightning fangs.
I'll make them pay for that. With gold as well as blood.
Steel yourself. Counting on you.
I'll turn you into a pink one.
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby? Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Huh? Thanks, I suppose.
have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Oh. Then we are presented with 3 options. Or, Jesus arisen is false. Or, have you proof that you are arisen as you... Ah. They say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be, Escape? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old, and I need not turn my ear to Deesa's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might retell me. Does that ring any bells? I suspected as much. Then we are done here. Leave me be.
A place to quench one's thirst for knowledge, eh? I'll admit, 'tis an intriguing prospect.
There was a place fitting that description within the slums, as I recall. Yes, of course. I see it now.
Well, I suspected as much.
Oh, good. You return. I find myself on edge when you stray from my line of sight.
My work's nearly done. A door of sturdy make. 'Twill be impossible without the key. We shall have to find the key then.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few. My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment.
There's naught I love more than a saucy rumour.
Lots to do. Precious little time.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel. Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
What did you think of that story? 'Twas well told, and I'd heard tell of a beggar, and by the look of it, he doesn't appear to be...
Gather round, gather round.
Aye, got some... Much appreciated.
Peruse at your leisure. I'm in the mood to stir up trouble tonight.
Right in there, put gold in your pocket.
Working this field, all I know, I'm not stopping.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad. To assist you. Do come again.
Well chosen, Risen. I'm certain you'll master that vocation as no other could. I eagerly await the battles to come.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all. Much obliged.
Welcome.